Hal with Al's Vintage Toy Trains. Hey, welcome to part 2 of this video where I'm working on a 1033 or 1033 Lionel transformer. Part 1, we kind of went over the description of what the transformer was, this 90-watt transformer, and how it was made between 1948 and 56 and used with most 027 sets during that time frame where a whistle was involved. With a tender or whatnot with a set. So here we go, part 2. Here we are again at the 1033 transformer. I've already gone through and I've cleaned the case and the handles, and overall they're in pretty nice shape. I use liquid Dawn to rinse and wipe down, and use a little toothbrush as well. Just to help me get into the little nooks and crannies and whatnot, and rinse it off and then just dry them off. So that was the next stage in going through the transformer. Again, I've already gone through the transformer as far as cleaning off all the metal parts, just with Q-tips and a little cloth, just to make sure there's no debris or soot or anything like that in there. And I also use a little brush just to any dust or anything that was collected over the years. These things are 70 plus years old, and just go through and clean off anything that might be in there. So next step, and I've already done this, is just bending these little tabs so that they're straight, and that way you can get a little more access to the coils and to the part that we want to replace, which is the old brittle cord. Again, here's the old cord, and just by bending you can see the cracks where it exposes the wire, and not a good situation to have. And again, just very brittle, very easy to break. So what I do is I replace it. I get what's called the B292 replacement cords. You can get these on eBay and whatnot, and I like to have them with the pre-soldered tinned tips. Makes it a lot easier to install when installing into the new position. So I'm going to go ahead and work on removing the old cord. One. And two. Alright, and just to make the installation a little easier, I try to make sure I got a nice little opening that I can put the new cord in. Just a technique, but just want to be able to make sure that I can slide the new ends into the posts here. As my hand is probably right in the way. There we go. And I try to make sure that I solder it the same way that these were put in, so I come from the bottom up. go. And then I just solder them back in. And then I'll go ahead and test to make sure that they're not loose. And they are indeed soldered in. And I just kind of roll over the tips just a little bit. And again, just making sure that they're solidly in place and not going anywhere. And then just like what you saw with the old cord, I'm going to tie a knot in the cord, and that prevents, in case the transformer falls, it basically doesn't allow the tug on the posts. It kind of protects the transformer by adding that little knot so that it doesn't have an issue if it were to fall or drop. I'll keep it about the same distance that we were before. And there we go. And then lastly, I've already started on the coil a little bit, just gets dirty with time, and I just try to clean all the dust and junk off it best I can. And an eraser can help as well. Maybe a clean microfiber. Again, just trying to clean the surface a little bit on the coils. Just carbon is all it is. And then also the contact. And then I use a product called CRC. And that'll help with the coils. Again, it evaporates pretty quickly, but it's good at cleaning. And there you have it. That's basically all there is to it. Everything seems to be functioning pretty good. The wire is good. The transformer itself is clean. It's not rusted out or anything like that. The coils are clean and whatnot. And then lastly, I'm just going to take care of the whistle contacts, and then we should be done. So again, good old eraser is a good way to clean the old contacts. Same thing with a motor and an engine, where you're cleaning the face of the motor, where the brushes touch it. And for underneath, I use a really fine grit sandpaper. cleaning around it. And you just want to make sure there's no fibers left over from the Q-tips. So there you have it. That's pretty much it. I'll go ahead and we'll put this back together. And we'll start by bending the tips back on the tabs. And I try not to go overboard. As long as they're bent a little bit, they're going to hold that fiberboard in place. And if you bend them too much, it's possible to break those. And that's pretty much it. The cord comes out the one side, so go ahead and do that. Again, I just take my time, make sure everything is good. And, I already pre-oiled and cleaned the screws. Just press the control arms back on. And that's pretty much all there is to it. Nice and clean, good for another 40-50 years. This transformer is probably 68 to 72 years old. And again, name is Al's Vintage Toy Trains, and thank you very much for watching.